in the show for us this morning, but it's all about the 2018 FIFA World Cup. It gets underway today, Thursday. Football showpiece event features 32 teams, including holders Germany, or if you like, Nigeria also, competing in 64 games over 32 days. The 21st edition will be played out in 12 stadiums across 11 cities, spread over 1,800 miles. We're talking Russia 2018 here on the show today, and we're definitely representing what we're talking about. I'm repping Omo Naija today. It's all about the spirit of Africa, and I'm Nigeria all through this year's World Cup. Roland Walker. Somewhere.
Well, good morning to you, Mama Osabwaje. I'm rapping with a jersey of a team I've always loved since I was an infant, and Brazil as it is. I supported them during the last World Cup, the World Cup before, and I think I've always supported them, with the exception of the days or the periods when Diego Maradona was playing. I always supported Diego Maradona instead of Argentina.
All right, I'm a homegrown policy.
I see.
I am Nigeria.
Yeah, but that's good too, because we all have to take inspiration from our own people and know that when we project our own, they'll also be inspired.
Definitely. Okay, so with that said, what's our motivation for today?
And we have a great motivation because yesterday, knowing that we're coming to do the World Cup, I started reading about Russia because before now, or even before the fall of the Berlin Wall, there was a Cold War, we had the East and the West divide, etc. And Russia has had a bad name since then. And I decided to coin something around, if you always have a certain bad name or a bad story, how do you inspire yourself? And so we titled this, Don't Be Ashamed of Your Story, because there's always inspiration in every success. As individuals, we tend to go through some of the worst turbulence in our history. Sometimes these scary and trying situations leave us despaired, leave us wondering if we can ever recover again. Our trepidations make us wonder if we can ever recover within the period. It could be that scandal of embezzling that money from your office, that infidelity, that injury which sets us back, or that illness that makes us question if our life story is ever one to inspire anyone at all. But there's a good story to tell from life's evolution on this earth. Indeed, it is by having that faith that our story can inspire others, which makes us find the inspiration to rekindle our dampened spirit to surge. So today, you may be seen to be on the downward spiral, but look innately or within yourself to look for the successes along the way that will inspire others, and by doing so, you will also uplift your spirits. Don't be crestfallen. Take inspiration from your own story, no matter how bad or challenging it has been for you. So that's it, Mama. Yeah. But today we know is the birthday of our lead producer Derek Ekosam. Fortunately, he left me. I don't know. Unfortunately or fortunately,
he left you what?
Quite disturbed with his haircut.
Aha! Can we show the haircut?
Because
we're going to show the hair this morning.
Because when I saw him, I thought that maybe we've had one of other people coming to do an intern with us, and who was producing. I said, who was this? But he was in white, so I got inspired. And then he was wearing his trademark spectacle, so I knew that it was him also. And then
I thought it was a girlfriend haircut.
You know. And I also have the birthday being marked of my my designer, Elise Couture, who is based in Tema, and she has the design Elise Couture, but her name is Elizabeth Atieku Jandu, and she does great work for me, sews for me, for my church activities, for the show. And I want to say that I wish you all the successes in life, and may your story in the years to come be inspiring to others.
Okay, now what's on our table today? Of course, you know we're discussing the World Cup. But beyond that, there's been this back and forth concerning the particulars needed to be registered and get the Ghana card. So thankfully today on the show, we've got the acting Public Affairs Director of the National Identification Authority, Francis Pamdeti. He will answer those questions when he joins us on the show right after Benedict gives us the sports update this morning. So we're talking the Ghana card on our show this morning. Keep sending your messages, any concerns you have. Let's discuss it.
Mama V, as you do that discussion, there was this story. I picked somebody I know, a mechanic in my area, for when I got to Ashaiman yesterday, and I asked him, I think they were discussing this Ghana card, and I asked him whether he has a passport, a birth certificate, whether he's from the area. He said he's not. His relatives are not around. So even in Accra, I think people may not have the documents to even be guarantors or even be guaranteed for.
I guess we'll put
but
those
he has a
questions.
voter ID card. I don't know. Just got me thinking.
Well, I will put those questions. I mean, who can hold your hand and say that I'm guaranteeing for this person? He's Ghanaian and he's whatever. So you can go ahead and register.
Yeah,
We'll put all those questions
yeah.
when Hamdeti joins us later this morning.
Okay, a 5-member committee has been set up. You all would have known, to handle football matters in our country, Ghana. And of course, Mama, we were talking about Dr. Kofi Amwa leading the team, right?
Yeah, you know, he chaired the local organizing committee for CAN 2008. That's where most people will know him from. So also, so we're discussing that membership, what exactly they will be doing. Remember, that injunction really was for 10 days. So what happens within that short period? What are they expected to do? Will there be an extension? All that on the show. We've got Coach DeGraft joining us. We've got our own Gary L. Smith also live in the studio. And of course, Benedict will be here as well. We'll have great conversations on the World Cup and the 2026 bid as well. We know the United bid got it. It will be United States, Canada, and Mexico.
Yeah, I was rooting for
Morocco lost for a 5th time.
I was rooting for that
well.
Because we'll have a lot of Ghanaians migrating to Canada and the US within that period. I'm looking forward to that.
Shame on you.
Yeah, so I was, Charlie, Morocco did that. It's got to be Canada, the US, not Mexico, because Mexico, they even go to the United States. So, Charlie, Canada.
You're a bad guy.
Charlie.
Okay, so Ketsi, Iswe Savings and Loans. We will be talking about the National Science Mass Quiz. We'll catch up with what happened yesterday. Some schools fell, but there were others that stood really tall. So the National Science Mass Quiz, your update, and of course we're going to go to the centers live. Enjoy Maxwell Agbagba and Emefa Jiradosi. Enough of that now. Let's bring you the news.
So we'll bring you the news, and then we'll be joined by Kojo Yankson also to help us with a review of the newspapers, and we'll do other discussions as well. Please, the latest news.